let your big brothers, your cousins, anybody like that outdo you. Our guest here today got to watch his brothers, his cousins, all stand on top of the podium. And he said, I might be the youngest, but you're going to see me on top of that podium 3 times. Sir, if you would, tell us who you are.
Hi, I'm Kevin Cooper.
And of course, you're that great Simon Kenton lineage, 3-time state champion, 2011, 2012, 2013. And this is your 2011 135-pound review video. Now, we saw your brothers and your cousins in your family that have won state championships on the series so far. We've asked them the question, but what gets you into wrestling, man? How do you find it?
I just followed the lead. Everybody else was wrestling, and I followed my brothers into it. That was about it.
I got you. Now, before we talk about Simon Kenton state champions, we'll do that a little bit later. Let's go through for the people that aren't familiar, because we know we have a big audience. The audience is growing, and we want to make sure that we give the Cooper family its just due. So, Brad, 3-time state champion, that's your brother, correct?
Right.
Then Craig is your cousin, right?
Nope. It goes Craig, Brad, Neil, and then my sister, and then me.
Okay. So, Austin is your cousin.
Right.
Okay. And Josh Cooper is also your cousin as well, correct?
Right, yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought, because we just done a video with Jordan Lewis, and Josh wrestles him in the finals in 2003. I think he was also in the finals in 2006, if I'm not mistaken. So, man, just a phenomenal lineage there with the Cooper family. And like I said, we'll talk about the Simon Kenton state champions just in a minute. But being a youngster, getting to go to the state tournament every year from like 2000, I guess you probably went before that. Was that your first year going, or do you remember?
In what was it, 2008? When I was in the 8th grade.
I'm talking about going to watch it.
Oh, going to watch it. I remember going down to Frankfurt and watching my brother. I remember Neil wrestling, and we got Frankfurt in the big dome. That was cool because it was so small and compact, and you could feel the tension when you walked in there. Your goosebumps, and it was cool.
Yeah, man.
And I always thought I was going to be out there one day.
And that was my next question. You know, seeing Brad win it 3 times. Then you had Craig and Kyle and Neil and all your family doing it. Josh in the finals twice, like we said. That has to make an impression on a very young you, right?
Yeah, well, there's actually a picture of me and my cousin Josh and Austin, and it says continues. And I was in, I guess, elementary school, and they got a big cake, and I got a picture of it somewhere. I don't know where, but I got it.
Man, that's awesome. So now let's talk about Simon Kenton state champions. Now, we're filming this on January 10th, 2025. Just so we can kind of timestamp ourselves. It's been very frigid the past couple days. Snow is falling as we speak. The state's been in a deep freeze. And we were able to find, we've been going back and forth, man, feels like for a couple years trying to get this lined up. And today, just the way it worked out, man, everything's kind of slowed down. But as of this filming, Simon Kenton has 28 state wrestling champions, 27 boys, 1 girl. The 1987 team state champions, 2 most outstanding wrestlers, 1988 Dave Barnes and 2017 Casey Cornett. And let's talk about the people that are state champions. 1986 Jamie Ball, which unfortunately Jamie passed away. We're going to be doing a memorial video for Jamie. We've got a couple guys in contact. We're going to be doing that. Our buddy Jeff Everman, 1987, that video is on the channel. 1987 Chuck Reimer. We have Chuck's video. We've been talking to Chuck, just trying to get it lined up. Our buddy Dave Barnes, 1988. 1992, Paul Kaiser, that video's on the channel. 1993, Matt Lee. Matt, when you watch this, man, reach out to me. I want to get up with you. 1994, Mike Lee. Same thing, Mike, man, reach out. I believe this guy was your coach, Steve Kaiser, 1994 state champion. We've talked to Steve. Same thing, we're trying to get him lined up to do his video. 1998, David DeStefano. 2000, Chad Dalton. Then the Cooper family shows up. 2001, Brad Cooper. 2002, Brad Cooper. 2002, Craig Cooper. 2003, Brad. 2004, Kyle. 2005, Neil. 2006, Austin. Your 3, 11, 12, and 13. Hyro Chambly in 2013. Unfortunately, Hyro passed away on us. We're going to have to do a memorial video for him. Our buddy Casey Cornett, 2016 and 17. Dakota Brooksbank, 2021. We've talked to Dakota. I think him and his family just had a baby. So, baby takes way more precedent than this does. But Dakota, man, when you get a few minutes, get up with me. Braden Blevins at 2023. And the last state champion, or the latest, I should say, not the last, the latest for Simon Kenton was Gabriel Ocasio, 2024. So that's 28 state champions. 10 of the 28 are Coopers. That's incredible. I mean, that is just a testament to how good you guys were, still are. The legend of the Cooper family lives on, believe me. When I started pumping out, I think the first video that we done for the Cooper family was Austin. And when we put his out, everybody started, oh my gosh, you got to get Brad, you got to get Neil, you got to get Kevin, all these people. And I'm just like, guys, give me time. Give me time. We got to get lined out. So hearing those names, man, like your coach, Brad, I'm sure those people had to have an impact on your life, correct?
Yeah. We, growing up, we had a wrestling mat in our basement. It was no bigger than the center circle. And we were down there, and Brad got back from college, and he was working with me, and my dad would be down there in the basement with us, and we'd be working, and it just worked out, got better. And then my coach, Steve Kaiser, he's been with me since middle school, and then all through middle school and high school. And dude, Steve done so much with us, traveling in the summer to doing all kinds of camps with us, to staying in. We went to Pennsylvania for Flow Nationals and all these big tournaments. He was there. He's a big part of the success that what we had. And my dad was also a great guy. He went everywhere. We did everything. Every summer we were at a wrestling camp. And it was all really cool, because I look back at it now and I was like, that's a lot of time and dedication that they all put into me becoming a better wrestler and a better person. And it was awesome. It was fun.
And for the record, what's your dad's name? I think one of your brothers mentioned it, but I can't remember.
Mark.
So, Mark Cooper, man, you're the Cooper family legacy in wrestling, man. All that time you put in has well paid off, man. So just awesome that we were able to give you that shout out. And I think Steve's officiating now, if I'm not mistaken. He put the stripes on a couple years ago, and been trying to get him. Hate to use the word getting pinned down, but been trying to get him lined up for a while to get him to do his video, and we stay how it is. So let's talk about your state tournament run here. And of course, for those watching, the 2011, 2012, and 2013 review videos, they will all be separate. So be looking for the other two videos after you watch this one. But 2008, man, as a 7th grader, 112 pounds, you make it to the state tournament. You go 2 wins, 2 losses. Not the end of the world as a 7th grader making it. Not too many 7th graders can even say they had a win way back then. It took us, 2021 before we had our first 7th grade state champion with Jordan Rainey. So making it and even getting 2 wins as a seventh grader, man. People had to kind of take note, like, oh wow, that's one of those Coopers, man. You better watch out for him in a few years. But like I said, you make it, no big deal. 2 wins, 2 losses, you win or you learn. 2,919 pounds as an eighth grader. You come in third place. You get to the semis. You run into Matt Zarth from Henry Clay. Matt gets you with a 11-2 win. But Matt Zarth, one of the best wrestlers in 119 pounds that state's ever seen. He's a 3-time state champion, 07, 08, and 09. You were an eighth grader. He's a senior. I mean, but you're on the podium, though. It's got to feel good, right?
Yeah, but that triangle pin that he put me in, he put in the leg cradle. I got pinned in the leg cradle.
Oh, did you really?
I did. And I remember them yelling Zarth and his mom holding up a frog saying, "Forever rely on God."
Oh, well. I can understand that. And like we said, Matt, I'm not sure if you know this now, but Matt, or I should say Dr. Zarth, is a anesthesiologist in Lexington. I forget exactly what hospital he works at or is assigned to, or however that works. But we've talked to Matt. We have a couple of his videos, and we're going to be getting with him and doing his review videos. It's got to work around his schedule. But 2010 though, man, you're on the channel already against Austin Palmer in 2010, 130 pounds. Now, Austin wins a 5-4 decision on you. You're a freshman, just like your brother Brad in 2000. He got beat by Jason Davio from Scott. You got beat by Austin. Austin was in the finals, I believe, this was his third year in a row. For those that don't know, Ryle and Simon Kenton are, 15, 20 minutes apart, if that?
Right, yeah, about that.
So I'm sure you guys probably wrestled each other 1,000 times growing up, probably seen each other the week before at Regions. So when you get to the finals, or I guess when you win that semifinals, you're in the finals knowing you're wrestling Austin. Did you have the mentality, I'm glad to be here, or I need to stay away from Austin if he does this, or, I know he's got me on this, or how did it go for you?
Actually, the week before, I wrestled him at regionals.
Okay.
And I beat him at regionals, which was a crazy upset, and everybody went wild. And if I believe it, it was at Simon Kenton, and we hosted regionals. And everybody went wild. It was great. My endorphins were through the sky, and everybody was having a good time. And then I wrestled them in the state finals, and that was the year I wasn't good on bottom, and I didn't get that until I was a sophomore. I got better on bottom, but.
Okay. No, man, listen, I get it. I'm sure it maybe not the result that you wanted, but you're in the finals, you're under the lights, you got to run out the state finals, just like you watched your brothers and your cousins do before you when you were a youngster running around. When you come back, like, did you play football? Did you do anything other than just wrestle, or?
Well, when I was younger. Well,
I'm talking. Like in high school, like when you were already.
We ran track and pole vaulted and cross country.
Okay. Well, I guess let me rephrase that, Your Honor. Between your freshman and sophomore years, knowing that you've been in the finals once, and of course your plan is to get back and win it this time. What's the mentality shift? What do you do physically? What do you do as far as camps to get yourself over that hump?
Get off bottom. We went to a Granby camp out in Pennsylvania, and from then on, I couldn't be held on bottom anymore.
I got you. Hey, man, youngsters, listen up. I mean, if you're having trouble getting off the bottom, just have that mentality. Don't let somebody hold you down. If you have to go to a Granby camp, Go to a Granby camp. Go to a hand control camp. Whatever is being offered. If you know what your weaknesses are, go somewhere and work on it. That's what the off season's for, right?
Yeah.
130 pounds, state runner-up from Kenton, Kenton Cooper. Ladies and gentlemen, for 130 pounds, state champion for Ohio, Austin Palmer.
(2011) 135 pounds. You're a sophomore. You start off the state tournament with a 2-minute and 59-second fall over Tino Velez from South Oldham. You win a 3-minute and 21-second fall over Ben Sheridan from DuPont Manual. In the quarterfinals, you win a 10-4 decision over Keaton Thomas from Union County. Keaton goes on to get third place that year. In the semis, you're wrestling Joshua Russo from Louisville Eastern. You win a 13-0 major decision. Josh goes on to get 6th. You get to the finals again. You're wrestling Brent Hitchings from Louisville Trinity. And it should be said that, the Hitchings family also has a pretty good lineage. Their dad, Mark, 1981 state champion at Fern Creek. That video's on the channel. And, of course, his brother, Brad, 09 and 10 state champion, member of those Trinity teams, the 09 and 10 state champions as well. So, man, you're back in the finals, got a year of experience under your belt, went to the Granby camp. Had you wrestled Hitchings before this?
I might have wrestled him at the Dragon.
Okay.
Invitational. I can't remember. But all I remember is he had them big old hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I will say we went and we done Brent and Brad's state championship review videos there at their dad, Mark's house. Beautiful home they have there in Louisville. And we done Brad's 09 and 10 videos, and we were getting ready to do Brent's 2012 video, but he wanted to watch this match first. And we don't get into it, 5 seconds, and he's already, why didn't I do this here? I should have known, but he's wrestling it as we're watching it and stuff. So it was cool to get Brent's perspective on it and watch it with him. And I sometimes I get a bigger kick out of watching you guys watch your finals. I hadn't seen them in so long than I do doing the videos, just because it's a true reaction. It's not something fake or it's just so organic. So man, like I said, you're back in the finals. You're a sophomore, your second year here. Do you go back to your hotel room and rest? You go eat before the finals? What do you do in that time period?
That was still back down there in Frankfurt, and
Yep.
And we walked straight from there, went back to the hotel room, and we all napped until I had to get up and get ready to go. But yeah, there was no goofing around. You always had to be focused on your goal and stay serious.
Right.
And just keep your mind clear and you're ready to rock.
Yeah, man. Now, have you seen this state finals video in a while? Has it been a couple years or?
I haven't seen it. I don't think ever.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, this video has the face-off, the match, and it has the medal ceremony, man. So let me pull it up here. Our last year at the dungeon, 2011, man. I think we've talked enough about it. Let's watch it.
Union County leads the team standings coming into tonight's finals, and we'll go into that in a moment. Our second wrestler from Trinity, Brent Hitchings, 46-2, a junior. His opponent, again out of the northern Kentucky area, Simon Kenton High School, Kevin Cooper, 57-3.
Pretty good record, 57-3.
Real strong, proud history of wrestling. They have great wrestling schools up in the north. So really a credit to their coaches and their teams up in that region, in those regions.
Also from Simon Kenton, Cody Harold.
Of course, your teammate there, Cody, way above you. I think he wrestled Zach Salyer.
Hitching out of Louisville. Kevin Cooper out of Simon Kenton.
Brent Hitchings, Trinity High School, a record of 46-2, and Kevin Cooper, Simon Kenton, a sophomore, a record of 57-3. And I tell you, the thing that's
This was the best atmosphere
so far
ever, wasn't it?
through the matches that we've covered, and you touched on it earlier, the strength of wrestling in Northern Kentucky.
Oh, yeah.
It's really coming through here in the finals.
You see it. I mean, they have a great workout. They always have. I don't know if it's something in the water. I don't know what it is up there, but they've always had great wrestlers, great wrestling teams, great coaches. It's great to see. I mean, Louisville's no slack either. They've had several wrestlers out here. But here we go again. Louisville versus Northern Kentucky.
You're in the white
There you go,
singlet.
yes.
Got the big
Brent
S
Hitchings
on
of
your
Trinity
side there.
Against Kevin Cooper of Simon Kenton. And it will be Hitchings,
Okay,
the
it's
home
SK.
wrestler on the scoreboard.
All right, man. So from neutral, what are we looking to do here?
We do that. We'll give the home team, if they have the colors, they'll try to give them those bands. It's just easier.
Kevin
for everyone to
Cooper,
see.
yes, Kevin Cooper, a runner-up at 130 last year.
Ooh,
Hitchings finished 5th a year ago at 130.
baby stalling right there, Buster.
Right back to the center. No rest for the weary here. Right back on it. Kind of feeling each other out. Little head taps here. Love taps, we call them in wrestling. Kevin's going to work a drag. Try to work a drag. And got
There it
to the
is.
single
You
leg.
get like an arm drag, arm pull by, whatever you want to call it. In on that single.
Got control yet.
End up with it.
He's not got it.
Nothing yet. There, okay. We get our takedown.
Out of
2-0.
bounds to start again. Minute 18 remains here in the opening period.
You're on
They
top.
gave Kevin Cooper there 2 points for the takedown. I didn't see the ref signal it, but it's on
And
the scoreboard.
sure
Maybe
is.
I missed it.
Yeah. So Kevin Cooper scores first. And he is familiar with the championship match atmosphere. As I mentioned just a second ago, runner-up a year ago at 130.
He's been here before. A little
Trying to
experience,
suck him
seen
back, but
experience,
he
works
knows
for
what's
him.
coming. He's able to
Not
fight
as
through it.
nervous, not as willing to work their moves, work their plan.
You're pinning the ankle there to the butt. You're trying to work some type of
Well, it's like you said, in all the
What are you
matches
trying to work there, bub?
leading up to this, there's 3 matches
And
going on at one time.
that.
So
Throw
the
that.
attention is divided in 3 different ways, but
I
in
got you.
championship night, the spotlight is on you,
Literally.
literally.
It's the only
He's
way
trying
to
he's trying to come out the back door
And the
there.
build-up and the fanfare
You
leading
hold
up
on
to
to that
the
ankle for
championship
dear
matches
life.
is so great, as we saw
There
earlier.
it is. Still
20
making the
seconds
call.
to go first period. And it's Kevin Cooper on top, 2-0.
Back to referee's position.
Same thing. On top there, he stands up.
I'm sorry, Kevin really wants to control that arm. You see
Doing a really good job of controlling that arm, not letting him go.
Really likes to get that wrist and wants to bring him back down.
Should be
Brent is
close to a
really
stall.
trying to
Yep, I was
prevent
gonna say it
him
should be a
from
stall
getting
call
closer,
coming
pull it
soon.
down, looking for a switch there.
All right, that's the end of the period.
First period comes
Pretty
to a
good performance
close.
so far.
Cooper
So you defer,
maintains his 2-0 lead.
and Hitchings is going to take down.
Pitching,
Now,
closes down.
having got some time there in the first period to be on top, did you kind of know you could hit something or stay away from something, or how was it going for you?
Really gets out and tries
I
to
don't
pull
think
that
it was
switch.
very good.
Couldn't
I
get
think
his
I was
hips
just-
out just enough, and Kevin really kept his
I was
left
better
arm
on
in,
my
so he couldn't get all
than
the
I
way
was
around
on
it.
top.
I got you.
You really got to get that. If you're going to switch out to your right, you got to get your right arm, if you're the bottom person, down.
So you're trying like a tilt there.
into
You get
the
a
hips, so you
count,
can pop your hips out and get out. Again,
or should have got a count there.
A lot of these moves all based on balance, based on position, very technical. Kevin did roll Brent there over to his back, but it did give him back points. So we got 2 back points on there, 4-0 in favor.
So 4-0.
Kevin Cooper. Try to get his hip back. Got his hip a little perpendicular to him where he didn't want to be. Because Kevin just put his body right to him and prevented that move.
Doing a pretty good job, man, of controlling him so far.
That's where you can just be strong.
Brent's
You really
Brent's
have
a great
to
wrestler.
Be strong.
And
Your upper body, your lower body. You see these.
I'm
guys
not sure
a lot with their legs.
if
Very much in
his
your
bottom
core,
game
balance.
just hadn't developed yet, or
You
you were just that good on top. But so far, I mean, outside of a few stand-up attempts, I mean, you've really been able to
approach
control on top there.
That's what it comes down to. It comes down to balance. It comes down to technique.
Well, absolutely, and the
Stands
balance
up,
certainly
you're
comes
holding
into play.
on,
If you're a
and
one-trick
you're a
pony,
leech
you're
on
not
that
gonna make it
leg.
to the state championship match.
No.
You have to be balanced in all areas.
Speaking of balance, Brent is sitting on the back of Kevin right now, trying to come around.
Nothing yet. Another stalemate.
16 seconds to go, second period, and it's Kevin Cooper on top 4-0 against Brent Hitchings of Trinity, who's only lost twice this year out of 48 matches.
Not a bad record. I would have liked to have had that when I was wrestling.
We're winding down. Got about 9 seconds left in the second
57 wins
period.
out of 60 matches.
It's a good winning percentage as well.
Yeah, a very busy wrestling season.
Trying to work up the body there.
matches.
These kids wrestle a lot of matches.
All right, so it's going to be your choice.
Wrestle 4 matches in one day.
You take down. Now on bottom here, you said you couldn't be held down. Did you know what you were going to try to do, or just take it as it comes, or you can take neutral? I'm sorry.
You're there till 9 at night if you're still alive. So it's a definite commitment, and these kids who make it this far definitely committed to the sport, committed to their teams, committed to their schools.
Shoot in
It's a
again.
great thing. It's a great sport.
Able to
As
stuff
much as
it.
It is an individual sport.
Kind of get you there in the
You're
front
part of a
headlock,
team.
but you go out of
It's one those
bounds.
things. You can perform individually.
I seen you trying to keep your toes in there. That was smart.
Absolutely. Cooper's on top
Got a
5-0
caution.
now with 1:43 to go in the
Caution
match.
red.
A little caution
And-
on Cooper, starting a little fast.
And that's the nice thing about, that, again, that Rusty Parks likes to mention a lot is it's a team sport. The 103-pounder is just as valuable as the 285-pounder.
Absolutely. They don't get extra points because they're bigger. And you don't get extra points because you're smaller. It's a community, and that's
Now,
great because you can excel.
Brent
as much
finally
as you
got
want
some
to.
offense working on you. Finally got that leg.
However, at the end of the day, you're still part of a team, which makes it a little bit better. Brent really
Trying
had
to
a
work
little
out to a
bit of
takedown
right
here.
ankle for Kevin Cooper's.
You come out on top though.
Hips.
No control yet. Nothing yet. No
Cooper-
control.
Yeah, Cooper has dominated this match from the beginning, pitching
And
a
there it is.
shutout right now.
Finally gets a takedown on you.
Brent Hitchings out of Louisville.
You look over at the
Give
clock.
him some
See your
confidence. 48
How about
seconds, time
46
running out,
seconds
though.
left when you look over?
He really needs to turn him over to his back. That's the only way he's going to get points from this position. You're really going to put that. He's going to crank on that left
When he's
arm.
trying this power half right here, did you feel like you
Single
might go
leg.
over for a near fall or?
I was hoping I would.
Kevin just is not letting that happen. He knows what the score is. He kind of knows where it is. He's
I got you.
up in near his coach's box. They're shouting instructions. You
Yeah.
can hear him through the headgear.
He's got some pretty deep legs in on you. He's trying for like a spladle, like a banana split or something there.
Smartly goes back to the mat.
Doesn't,
Seconds.
not able to pull it
Hold
off.
on and ride this out for the next 7 seconds. And we're going to have our state champion out of Simon Kenton, Kevin Cooper.
So
And there it
Kevin
is.
Cooper, state
You
champion.
win by a final score
At
5-2. Your first state
135 pounds, the 5-2
championship,
victory over
2011,
Brent Hitchings of
135
Trinity.
pounds. Get
Another
the head
state
here, a little
championship
toss.
goes to the Northern Kentucky area. That's
Go over, get
Campbell County's
shake
Gareth
with the
Vinton,
opposing coaches.
a state champion, and now Kevin Cooper out of Simon Kenton.
Jumped into the arms of his coach. These kids are just elated to have a state championship and bring it back to their school. If it was hard as work as they put in all year round, I mean, I think I'd do backflips.
Oh, absolutely.
Here's the medal
Now,
ceremony.
140 pounds, 135 pounds, top 8. Anderson County wrestler in the ace position.
Let's see here. You wrestled Joshua here
on the mat
at
here.
sixth
The wrestlers
place.
walking around the course. While the ceremony is, a little bit more time to get a little bit nervous, figure out what they're going to do, put their final strategies in place. You notice not too many of them are sitting here talking to their coaches. They've got the plan already. They don't need any more instruction.
I believe this is
Warm up.
Caleb Cantor from LaRue
They're
County.
on and ready to go.
You wrestled Kenton, I believe, in the Porters.
What I like is when they get these top 8 wrestlers up on the podium, Adam, is the paparazzi take over
coming to get
from
his
there.
runner-up medal.
The flash bulbs, that's really cool.
Especially when you have it so dark and everything flashes up, you can really see how many fans are here. That's why I love this event, Dick. It's just
And there you come, man. Got the hood on. Coach Bedita going to give you your medal and your plaque.
Venue, they really put on a great show. So congratulations to the KHSAA again for doing such a great production of the state wrestling finals. And this is under the first year of this is the first year for Commissioner Tackett.
Julian Tackett, the commissioner, telling you to get on top of that podium there, buddy.
He's done a great job again.
And now the paparazzi will have their moment.
Great shot there of you guys on top of the podium.
And the thing about this, again, we've touched on it, the camaraderie these wrestlers share with each other. These guys go at it very hard for 6 minutes throughout the year. They see each other multiple times. But you never see any trash talking. You
I like
don't
this.
see
The
any
photographer
bad
here is
blood
like, hey,
shown
you stay right here. I
afterwards.
got to get some shots.
Very respectful young men in this sport.
They are, and that's what this sport teaches. I walk through this tournament. I've been here most of the week, and I come up and I still run into people that I wrestled with in high school. And we see each other, and we all knew what we went through. And it's all funny to see. We're all a little bit bigger now, but I'm not the 152-pound wrestler that I used to be. So it's we're all it's great. To
I
see
wanted to
everybody.
include this just because how good of a speech it
In this
is.
sport, you're in it for life.
So that's where the 2011 video ends, man. Watching it back, does it play out the way you remember it?
Yeah, a little bit. At the end of the match, I remember one thing. Steve Kaiser and Brad told me. They were like, "You couldn't finish the match on your feet."
Hey, no, man, I get it. I mean, great performance from the get-go. I mean, you come out and, like I said, man, you were working drags, working on trying for takedowns, being real heavy on top. Didn't really do anything to put yourself in like crazy danger. You done what you were good at, and just come away with the big medal, man, the big gold medal. So, like I said, does anything at all play out differently, or?
I didn't get off bottom as well as I should have, but I got a talking to about that.
Hey, man, I get it. It's like I say, especially when you got Brad and all your family. It's already won, your cousins and Steve there. I'm sure they probably said, even though you won, what were you doing on the bottom? You got to do something.
Right.
I get it. Well, I think we've reached a great ending point for the 2011 video. We're going to wrap this one up here. Be sure to watch Kevin's 2012 and 2013 videos. They'll be below this one in the playlist and on the YouTube channel. So we will see you in 2012 and 2013.